Hello everyone, my name is Rachel Allen, and today I will be discussing the YouTube cure. This article can be found in the Annual Editions book by Daniel Mittleman, and this is Article 15. The topics we will discuss today will be the issue, problem, solution, and future problems. First, the issue is social media's influence has begun to shape medical practice for good and ill. The problem is concern for high demand of unproved medical practices, and possible solutions are patients must learn to be cautious when seeking advice about medical procedures via social media. Future problems could result in unethical doctors may begin to offer not yet approved procedures to catch up with popular demand. Before we begin to talk about the points of discussion, I want to tell you a little bit about the social media channel that has made the most impact on this recent issue. YouTube is a video hosting service that was created in 2005 by three former PayPal employees named Chad Hurley, Steve Chen, and Jawed Karim. The website was sold to Google in 2006, just a short year after launch, and has revolutionized the user-generated content phenomena. According to their website, more than 1 billion unique users visit YouTube each month. 100 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute, and over 6 billion hours of video are watched each month on YouTube. That's almost an hour for every person on Earth. First, the issue of our discussion is the social media's influence in the medical world. Medical procedures are gaining substantial attention through social media, through websites such as YouTube and online patient forums such as patientlikeme.com. Online community networks are disseminating the news of new medical procedures rapidly through online discussion forums and videos, as patients seeking alternative treatments to disease or disorder have turned to online social media for a second opinion. Patients are trading contact information through online communities of what doctors offer specific procedures and where. Patients are also posting before and after videos and personal testimonials of procedures, giving an online community a false sense of security of the safety of procedures. Like using an online review for a purchase decision, patients are using testimonials via social media as a second opinion for alternative medical practices. So although it is becoming increasingly popular, is using social media for medical procedure research really a good idea? There are pros and cons to the situation. The pros include it allows patients to discuss research, patients can share their experiences, patients can compare and weigh their options. It allows patients to explore alternative methods that, although are not widely accepted, could be effective. And the cons include unproved procedures pose extremely high risks for patients. Unproved medical procedures mean they have not been properly tested, so they haven't been classified as safe yet. Procedures have not been recommended by a professional, so all advice gained online is essentially unreliable. Because of increased risk, procedures are very likely to lead to complications. Certain procedures can be appropriate for some patients but inappropriate for others. And finally, while there may be a couple of rave reviews online, there is no solid evidence the procedure does more good than harm. The problem is that patients are seeking a cure through YouTube and other social media sites. Medical professionals in the medical industry have grown concerned of the high demand of unproved medical practices because of their unreliability and risk. Medical professionals are concerned with the overall health and well-being of patients, and unproven procedures compromise their goal. Patients are challenging researchers now and medical centers to explain why it is taking so long to offer these new approaches. The Zamboni treatment is one unproven medical procedure that has risen to popularity through social media, specifically YouTube. Pioneered by surgeon Paolo Zamboni in 2009, the treatment claims to provide relief to multiple sclerosis. The procedure works by inflating a tiny balloon inside twisted veins in the neck to surgically straighten them. However, physicians in the medical world were skeptical of the procedure's effectiveness. Another noteworthy point is that although Zamboni developed a new MS procedure, he was not an MS researcher, and Zamboni himself stated that his findings should be subjected to more rigorous testing. With the help of social media, especially YouTube, the popularity and demand for the Zamboni treatment increased rapidly. Forums on the online patient community, PatientsLikeMe.com exposed news of Zamboni's research, useful links, and a dedicated Facebook URL, all before Zamboni published his results in the Journal of Vascular Surgery. In the past year, hospitals in California, New York, Italy, and Poland have offered the Zamboni treatment at a cost of $10,000 or more because it is not covered by insurance. Despite popularity among MS patients online, there are major problems with the procedure. They include: Zamboni pointed out himself that the study had limitations. His study on MS relief was a small trial that was not randomized, double-blinded, or placebo-controlled, which are considered the gold standard in clinical research. Also, the ultimate cause of MS remains obscure, making it hard to gauge the appropriateness of an intervention. And finally, the procedure itself can actually cause damage to blood vessels, making them more vulnerable to clots and aneurysms. From a patient's perspective, it isn't too hard to see why they are eager to receive a treatment that initially sounds exciting. In the case of the Zamboni treatment, it's no wonder why the idea of a cure to MS rose to popularity so fast, because MS actually affects at least 250,000 people in the United States. In addition, patients suffering from severe forms of MS may see no downside to trying something that may improve their quality of life. Also, patients may have seen that the study was conducted by a reputable surgeon, published in a premier journal of vascular surgery, so their trust may have been increased. Some possible solutions for this issue could be physicians becoming more aware of what patients are seeing and reading online, so they can combat the issue when patients challenge the validity of procedures. If medical professionals are a step ahead and prepared with the professional advice on why certain unproven procedures aren't worth the risk, patients may be more willing to listen. Most importantly, patients should realize that the internet is not 100% reliable, and they should not ignore professional opinion in exchange for the opinion of strangers online. They should access medical information online in moderation, with professionals as their main resource in order to make safe and smart decisions. Some possible problems that could arise in the future are patients' reliance on social media for approval of unproven medical treatments could become the norm. Trust in medical professionals could be lessened as more information becomes available via social media. And finally, unethical doctors may begin to actually perform unproved surgeries more readily in response to pressure from patients. Some ethical questions to think about after learning this topic are: should new medical treatments be developed in secret, or should the public know about treatment experiments before final results are determined? Should some editing authority exist to control or limit what medical information can be posted to the web? And how should the United States deal with incorrect or misleading medical information posted on foreign-based websites? These are all questions to take into consideration. Thank you.